What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin' Bass TV. Today's video, we're going to start off at the South Platte River, try to get in some smallmouth bass. If you remember last year, caught a decent amount of smallies out of the Platte and some pretty good size ones as well. So with water levels and temperatures up where they are, it did not take long to get into them. Unfortunately, as you can see, a little bit of an issue right here. I didn't have my camera on to start out, so I did miss the initial snag on this one, but was able to get at least the second half on video. Pretty good size, about a 2.5 pounder, and definitely a good start to the day. So I grabbed a quick pick of that one, and then I went ahead and got her back in the water so we could head on down to our next spot. After that, we ended up over at Confluence Park downtown. Not the best portion of the river to target smallmouth, as they generally tend to push through these aggressive currents until they can reach calmer pockets of water where they will hold and feed there. But you can catch a ton of rainbow trout here, and we've had some pretty good luck in the past. When we're throwing these shallow jerk baits like we both are today, it's a really versatile lure that allows us to target both species of fish. Sure enough, a couple of minutes in, I turned around and my cousin's got his first fish of the day. Ended up being about a 13-14 inch rainbow, so not the biggest bow, but as you can see, it's a really fun spot in the heart of the city that you can fish for rainbow trout, and in previous videos you guys have seen us catch them up to 24 inches here. This next spot was actually just something that we found while we were driving. Neither one of us fished it before. We weren't even sure if there were even any fish in here. So threw a few things around. I didn't have any luck myself. About 15 minutes into it, came down to my cousin that hooked into a little largemouth bass with one of our custom dead ringer swim baits. So not too bad for a little random spot. Fast forward a couple of hours, we've got a cold front moving in and a couple more days of snow on the way. So before we packed it in, we decided to stop at one more body of water, see if we could finish up that Mike Bucca challenge that we started last week, where we put the Bull Shad up against the Bull Gill. So far, no luck with either one after about a week of throwing them, but we stopped off at a body of water today where the water clarity is particularly high and we had just enough wind to break up visibility. So pretty ideal conditions to throw a natural presentation like these two swim baits. We weren't having any luck tossing the Baby Bull Shad, and that's mostly because of the fact that it's such a bold color in these clear conditions, but also probably because there's no shad in this particular body of water. So we decided to switch it up, tie on that Baby Bull Gill, which is a nice natural bluegill presentation. Sometimes that can make all the difference, even though you don't necessarily have to always follow that rule of matching the hatch. If you've got super clear water like this, a lot of the time the bass are known to be pretty standoffish, pretty finicky, so it's in your best interest to try to match the hatch, throw something natural. And if you know you don't have shad, for the most part, a lot of waters around the country are going to have some sort of panfish, be it bluegill, sunfish, or perch. So this is a lot closer to matching that presentation, that color profile, than throwing any of those bull shads in those brighter, bolder colors. And as you can see, it definitely played a factor today because the very first cast with the Bull Gill, and we had our first fish for the Mike Bucca challenge. So far it's officially 1-0 Bull Gill up over the Bull Shad after a week. And we got a quick pick of this one, got her back out into the water, and then just to show you guys the effectiveness of sticking to a pattern once you get on one, we threw that Bull Gill right back out into the exact same spot, and we're going to try to mimic that catch down to every detail. And that includes the retrieval speed you were using and where in the water column they bit you. So if they bit in the lower third portion of the column in 4 to 5 feet of water that's super clear like this lake is, that tells me that that's where they feel safest holding and feeding, moving around more freely. And that's because that's the point where the light refraction starts to dissolve and visibility starts to break up. So sure enough, you can see I'm throwing a pretty good shadow on the lake. I'm not standing in the most ideal spot, so you're going to want to use things like that to your advantage. This one came right up into that visibility line, actually saw me and tried to double back, but he had already committed to the bite, so we had number 2 for the day. And after about a week of putting them up against each other, the clear winner, at least for us here in Colorado, was the Bull Gill, probably because of the fact that we have more bodies of water out here that contain bluegill than those that have shad in them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We had a great time running around the city today, getting into multiple species. We were able to get into some smallmouth and some rainbow in the river and wrap up the day with the Mike Bucca challenge, all before the next snowstorm moved in. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because that's the best way to show your support. And if you haven't gotten entered into our giveaway drawing, hit the link in the video description, leave us a comment on the giveaway video, and you'll be entered into that, which will be drawn any day. Until next time, guys, I'm D with Kickin' Bass TV.
Subscribe!